Dog in the southern Nangarhar province almost never happens during the day. That's because the number of insurgents hiding in the Mohmand Valley making this flight incredibly dangerous.
Embarking on a journey in one of the most perilous regions in the world. We are wheels up from Jalalabad Airfield. Touching down at Outpost Mad Dog about 20 minutes later. It's a short flight, but one that requires an escort into a part of Afghanistan affectionately known by U.S. soldiers as the Valley of Death.
It's just an all-around dangerous place.
Situated in the Mohmand Valley, a handful of miles from the Afghan border with Pakistan, Outpost Mad Dog and several others like it are located on what's considered the front lines in the fight against ISIS and the Taliban.
This is an inherently dangerous place, absolutely, and you have bad guys all around us.
Because of that, this small, rugged outpost with no running water, no kitchen, and tents built from scratch.
This is the most austere location you can really get.
Is manned by U.S. infantry and artillery platoons from the 425, standing guard 24 hours a day.
Yep, good to go, sir. Here we go.
Constantly training. They aim to send a very loud message to insurgents.
There's no safe area as far as U.S. personnel here. So we maintain pretty strict guard towers and defensive operations.
The 425's primary mission here to provide security on the ground and artillery fire support for both U.S. and Afghan special forces, conducting operations within the valley. A call First Lieutenant Kyle Brand says his platoon is prepared to answer.
They definitely understand that at any moment they have to drop their stuff and do whatever they're doing because someone's calling on them, and they're calling on them for a pretty good reason.
One Green Beret, who asked us to protect his identity, says the Spartan Brigade's support gives him and his team peace of mind.
It's nice to have the 425 soldiers there with us, carrying what we carry, bringing the fight to the enemy. I trust the Afghan forces; they're capable. There's just a peace of mind having an American next to you, having a guy wearing the same flag as you, and so when I go out with these soldiers, I can trust them inherently, absolutely, to cover my back.
And providing cover here is no small responsibility. It's a life and death fight against determined insurgents trying to hide throughout these hills.
On a clear day, you can see the enemy. You can see American aircraft, doing their mission. In the same way, we can see the forces we support mutually.
A fight that's expected to intensify in the coming months as the winter snow slowly begins to melt and insurgent supplies and new fighters trickle in. A desperate yet determined fight in a 16-year battle to control these otherwise quiet mountains.
Because this outpost is so remote, soldiers like these from Blackwood Company are rotated in and out frequently, allowing them to relax, refocus, and maybe even do a little laundry. Reporting from the Mohmand Valley in Afghanistan, Blake Esson, Channel 2 News.
When you live in a war zone, sometimes your chance for a better life is to risk your own life. And that's exactly what Afghan translators do every single day.
Not a native speaker, so it is hard to know.
I'm not going to tell you his name, and I'm not going to show you his face.
What ping pong do you like?
Sure, he's really good at ping pong, but that's not why he's here. And it's not why his life is in danger.
And absolutely, they will catch us and they will kill us.
He's referring to the Taliban, and the reason they want him dead, it's because of what he does for a living, more specifically, who he does it for.
They don't ask who you are. They don't think about you or you're a human being. They just see if you are a linguist, an interpreter, or anyone, even a shopkeeper with the United States soldiers. Whenever they catch you, they kill you.
A reality he's witnessed firsthand. At 17 years old, he and a friend applied to be interpreters for the U.S. military. He was denied because he wasn't 18. His friend got the job and was sent to Kandahar.
After 2 weeks, my friend, they brought their dead body to Kabul, and I saw, oh my God, he's my best friend. He is my best friend. How he died? So the Taliban shot on his neck, and he was killed. And it was just 2 weeks in Kandahar city, and they brought their dead body to Kabul, and I, with my own eyes, I saw him.
Despite what he's witnessed and all too aware of the risk, still, he applied again. And for the last 5 months, he's been working for the U.S. Army as a linguist, a critical communications bridge between advisors from Alaska's Spartan Brigade and the Afghan National Army.
It's very important, 100%. If I don't go to the mission to interpret the U.S. Army's advice to the ANA guys, though there will be no mission.
A mission he's sacrificed nearly everything to be a part of, lying to friends, family, and anyone who asks where he lives or what he does for a living.
I cannot tell them, I cannot tell anyone about this, my job.
He says it's worth the risk to rid his country of Islamic extremism.
I accept the risk of death, but it is my dream to serve my country, to my people, that to get out of the old mind of Taliban, where they teach the youths to radicalism, extremism. So I want to serve from this way.
For America, this war is about nation building, stabilizing a key region in the turbulent Middle East. But for this translator, it's a battle for the soul of a nation, his nation, a battle with danger, consequence, and opposing ideology. With his own life in peril, this translator and many others just like him have made a choice. And while we can't call him by his given name, some call him heroic.
Most of the interpreters working with the U.S. military are on 2-year contracts. And once the man whose story you just heard is finished, he says he plans on applying for a special interpreter's visa to enter the United States, recognizing that as long as the Taliban exists, he can no longer live in his country. Reporting from Eastern Afghanistan, Blake Essig, Channel 2 News. Although it seems conflict exists in all corners of the globe, so does soccer. A game with the ability to bring people together, even if they might seem to have little else in common.
Around 3:30 in the afternoon, on any given day, this dirt lot transforms into something beautiful.
It's all about friendship.
Surrounded by barbed wire, a bunker, and soldiers standing guard from above, a whistle blows, and a game begins.
Back.
From the sidelines, the differences are obvious.
We speak like 4 or 5 different languages between all of us.
But once on the field, their differences fade away. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you believe in, or why you're here. There's only the game.
The only language you need is soccer.
With each dribble, pass, and shot on goal, the beautiful game unites a staff sergeant from Virginia, a contractor from Uganda, and an Afghan translator from Kabul.
There's only one soccer ball and the rules are all the same.
Turning this dirt field into a cultural bridge.
You throw a ball out on a field, it could be dirt, grass, gravel, and you can sit there and play for hours with people you don't even know. It's more than just a ball, a sport. It's about like the people that we come together with, and it more or less eases tensions without knowing it.
In a place where joy, fun, and friendship are hard to find, this game creates a foundation for all three. And in that way, it's as much a part of the peacekeeping process as the many missions run here in Afghanistan.
Thank you, sir.
While the game only lasts a few hours, I'm told the friendships forged on this dirt field in the middle of a war zone will last a lifetime. Reporting from Tactical Base Ganberry in Afghanistan, Blake Essig, Channel 2 News. His name is Specialist Seon Kim, a young man who put his dream on hold to serve his country.
To safely get around Afghanistan, taking to the air becomes almost routine. Each day, more than 500 fixed and rotor-wing aircraft move supplies and soldiers across the country. But when aircraft fall victim in this 16-year conflict, members of the 425 are ready to respond within minutes.
We have a board over here with everyone's name.
27-year-old Specialist Seon Kim, originally from South Korea,
This is my room.
is one of 2 medics on what's known as the Area Response Force.
My job is to make sure that those people in the downed aircraft have the best chance they have to survive and get to higher care.
Still stable? Minutes can mean the difference between life and death for the most seriously injured.
Check that tourniquet.
Requiring a constant state of readiness.
It can happen any moment, even now.
A mission that can be stressful and even mentally draining, which is why soldiers say you have to find a way to clear the mind. And for most, that means spending time here, hitting the weights. As for Kim, he frequents the gym too.
Let's see, where should I play?
But he's not here to lift. For him, it's all about the acoustics. Kim's been playing since he was 9.
And the sound and the almost limitless voice that you can make out of it. Different textures and colors.
His dream, to travel the world as a concert violinist. Judging by the talent, Afghanistan may only be his first stop. And while he doesn't get to play as much as he'd like, it still serves as practice.
There's no such thing as perfection in violin or in music. You just keep going on and on.
And the guys at the gym don't seem to mind attending his pop-up concerts.
You know, you hear that, and it's the kind of sound that just kind of strikes you, and you stop and just have to listen to it, because it just kind of it draws you in, it's enthralling.
To keep that audience, he even takes requests.
So we ask him to play certain songs, whether it's AC/DC or the theme song to Game of Thrones.
While the music choices here may be up for debate, Kim's decision to join the Army was not, opting to put his own musical aspirations on hold.
I still have all of my life to pursue it.
To honor the country which gave him citizenship and an opportunity to receive higher education. Meaning for now, Specialist Kim is focused on saving lives in serving his country, with the hard rock of Rotors providing the soundtrack. And for this symphonic soldier, that hits just the right note.
Specialist Kim still has another 2 years of service to complete. He says once he is done, he plans to continue pursuing his dream of traveling the world and becoming a concert violinist. Reporting from Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan, Blake Essig, Channel 2 News.